How y'all doing today? Lots been happening the last few weeks. A lot of good things, a couple of bad things. My daughter had her birthday party, and in the midst of her birthday party, something happened. And I'm just trying to see what can you do for this not to happen again, or what is we as parents can do to make things better. Obviously, at my age, discrimination and racism is something that I know really don't care about it because I can persevere. Well, I pay my son's phone bill, and I bought my daughter a phone and pay her phone bill. And in the midst of that, she chose a friend at school who happened to be a young white guy, and they were very tight, talked every day, hung out, and both of their birthdays are in February. Well, my daughter's birthday was February the 4th, but we had it a couple of weeks later due to scheduling conflicts and being able to take off. And so he had his birthday party the same day. Now, mind you, she called me and she wanted to go to his party first or his party after. But the parties were like in two totally different areas. And not just on the same side of town, but like on the other side of town. And so it didn't make sense for us to do it. And plus, my car was down at the time, whatever. And so he called my daughter some choice words, not using the N word, but he called us some choice words. And I just specifically told her, how did it make her feel? And just leave him alone. You know, if he speak, you speak, but don't engage with him, don't call, don't talk. Because if they're as young as they are in elementary school, it'll just escalate. But how do you protect your children is the question I have on this video. Is that, I'm very rough and tough with both of my kids, and I'm extremely tough on my son, and I'm extremely tough on my daughter because because the world ain't gonna cut them no slack. And so I try to be very tough with her, try to always be honest as I can, very real, very loving, but very honest. And I let them know I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. But when something like that happened versus my son, who goes to a school that's probably 95% African American, they have a little bit of Caucasian, a little bit of Hispanic students at his school, or my daughter goes to a school that's probably 95 to 93% Caucasian in a white environment, white community. It's not enough for she stick out. They do have African American children, but it's a more dense Caucasian population. And when these things happen, how do you teach your child? She knows how to defend herself, but you have to make sure that she's being smart, she's paying attention to what's going on, because we see kids come up missing in elementary, kids come up missing in middle school, junior high, high school, college. They're kidnapping women, they're kidnapping young boys, kidnapping older women, just African American people in general. Doesn't matter what age, what sex, what race you are. People are selling organs. So what are some of the things we can do as parents to give our kids a fighting chance? Yes, my daughter knows how to use guns. I try to instill in her a knowledge of paying attention, be mindful of your surroundings, making sure you pay attention to where you're going, what you're doing. You know how to get home, you know numbers. But you just, as a parent, I worry about so much. Now she has to deal with this aspect, not only being that, but she is a very cute, very beautiful young lady. And so she has to deal with that aspect. She has to deal with the aspect that people may want her just because she is a pretty young girl, like a trophy. She may, you don't know what value people place on her and in her. So what do we do as parents to better safeguard and protect our children? And that's just a question I have for today. A lot of the steps I take, I try to make sure, not only pray, but make sure she knows where she's going, who she's going with, and stay safe. But again, at school, anything can happen. Even though she goes to a elementary school, you can have shootings. Somebody could call her name, snatch her up. So I try to tell her, stay with your teachers. When you go to get on the bus, get on the bus. Don't stop for nobody you don't know. Don't even stop for people you don't know, because they shouldn't be getting you at that point in time. You got a phone, your mother should let you know. So just hated that my daughter experienced that at this young of an age. She wasn't prepared for it, and I got to do a better job of preparing her for it. But just what do we do? What do we do to make sure that our kids understand what the dangers are out here, and try to get them prepared, try to safeguard them and put them in the best situation to succeed. And as a parent, as a father, I have to do a better job. And yes, my kids are spoiled, but that's just because I want them to be spoiled, and not spoiled in a bad way. I want my daughter to understand that if you're not going to give nothing less than the best, or you're not going to make an effort, don't waste your time. Like, the bare minimum is your best. Your bare minimum is doing things. So I want her to be spoiled rotten. My son, he spoiled a little bit, but both of them get no's, and they get no's quite often, more than people think. But just trying to prepare them for the real world. Nothing's easy, nothing's given, nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to earn it. You got to get out here and take it the right way. So what do we do? How do we teach these kids better? And just hope they don't experience that and are prepared for the harsh realities of this world. So I will get back with you guys. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed and safe day. Thank you.